Okay, so my name's Michael,
I'm Rodney.
and this is our CSC236 project. We're going to be demonstrating how the shell sort algorithm works.
So what the shell sort algorithm does is it takes the length of the input and breaks that into two, and then it'll compare each of those blocks. So for us, we have an input of 6, so that means we'll be comparing every third block. It then breaks those lists down into more sublists until it gets to comparing 1 to 1.
So you can go ahead and push the gravel forward and the redstone up.
Okay.
So we're going to be swapping these two because the redstone represents a 2 and the gravel represents a 3 as shown above on the machine. So since the 3 is greater than 2, it will be moved to that spot and the redstone will be moved back. So since this is going to be moving up from the end to that position, we're going to go back 3 pistons in order to push the gravel up. You can retract that one. And then since we're moving this one all the way to the end over there, we're going to be using all 6 pistons.
So you can see we're going to go down through here.
And it's going to fall into that position. Alright, so after we push that block into place, we're going to retract all of these pistons. And then now we're going to be pushing this gravel into that place. So Rodney's going to activate the lever back there to come forward. And because that's a sticky piston, when he pulls it back, it's going to pull that gravel into that place. Alright, so once we've compared the 1 and 4 position, next we'll be comparing the 2 and the 5 position. So since the 2 is greater than the 1, we'll be swapping these two as well. So now the next ones that we're going to be swapping are going to be the 3 position and the last position, which is the 6 position. So for this one, it's a 1 and 3 comparison. Now since the 1 is less than the 3, these blocks will not be swapping. Okay, so after we've done our gap comparison, since we're not going to be doing the 2 for the sake of time with this, we're going to move on to the 1 by 1 comparison, which means now we're going to be comparing the 1 and 2 positions. So for this, a 1 is less than the 2, so we would want to switch these 2 blocks right here. We'll go ahead and demonstrate that. So Rodney, you can go ahead and move 1 forward and move one of them up. Alright, so now we're only moving this 1 position to the right, so we're going to push that piston and move it forward. Rodney will retract that piston, and I'll retract this one. Now, since this is going all the way to the end, we're going to have to use all 6 pistons for this. So then, in order to bring that block back into place, Rodney's going to pull that lever back there to push that piston underneath this one forward. Grab that block and pull it back.
Okay, so typically for larger input, what it does is the shell sort will get a random list semi-sorted before you run the insertion sort, which speeds the process up a good amount. But for smaller input, it's typically not worth the time it takes to like unrandomize it. It would just be easier to use the typical insertion sort.